Welcome to the first of hopefully many podcasts. My name is Ben O'Donnell, and I have a bit of a story to tell. So in 2020, early February, I caught COVID-19. And when I caught COVID-19, I was the first critical case in the state of Minnesota. So I spent 28 days in the ICU, 15 on a ventilator, 12 on ECMO life support. When I was released from the hospital, I was down 45 pounds. I needed a walker, I needed oxygen, just to go home. Now, why is that important? Well, before I got sick, I'd done Ironman triathlons. And that was something that I was training for a second one when I got sick. When I was recovering, I decided, you know what, let's try to get to Ironman again. So luckily, 14 months to the day of being removed from life support, I completed Ironman Tulsa in May of 2021. This wasn't a single step. And throughout this series, I'm going to be talking about different strategies, different things that I've done, why am I doing this, and to get us started today, I'm doing what's called the Tour of Sufferlandria. So, when I bike inside, as you see I'm doing right now, I tend to do an app called Sufferfest. It was Sufferfest, now it's Wahoo, but just a good way to get good workouts in. They've got great workouts, they've got great humor. I really like it, but every year they do a tour, which is 7 days of difficult riding, difficult things, and today is day one, stage one of this 7-day tour. And we get to do the Giro d'Italia stage, which means that I get to be a professional biker for today. Now, the reason I'm going to start this today, and it's a stage one, is it's all about beginnings. It's all about starting. How do we get better? The first thing you got to do is start. You got to start from somewhere. Day one, you got to make the conscious effort to say, I'm ready to move forward. For me, when I got out of the hospital, it was that first workout. I walked at 1 mile an hour for 7 minutes with oxygen on, holding onto the side of the treadmill for all 7 minutes. And that wiped me for the entire day. But it was a start. It was day one. Day two, I walked 8 minutes. Day three, I think I made a jump. I think I went to 10 minutes. And there's gonna be setbacks. Day 5, went back into the hospital. Got out. Day 7, when I got out of the hospital again, it was 10 minutes, but I went at 1.2 miles an hour. So, the structure of this podcast is going to be talking about not just the journey, not just the destination that I made, but what was my mindset? How did I move forward? And today, it's about beginnings. It's the hardest part. Starting is the hardest part. When I was first starting, I was going from the week before I got into the hospital, I was able to run 5Ks. I ran 3 on my business trip before I got sick. So I ran 3 5Ks, and I get out and I can't even walk up steps. I had to live in the basement for 2 weeks. Things like that really test you mentally, especially when you could do so much more. Now, when you want to start, I'm going to tell you what I did and why I did it that way. When I started, start small. I didn't go from Walker to Ironman or ICU to Ironman in one big step. You're not going to reach your goal in one big step. It's about the little things every day. But in order to get there, you gotta start. Now, if you're like me, you used every excuse in the book to not start. You can find them. I mean, I'm sitting here and I think there's a TV over there. I could go sit down, watch some movies, play some video games, could read a book. Oh, love reading books. But how do you get past the excuse? For me, first I'm talking to all of you, but second, I try to find barriers around the excuse to start. What you don't see, and it's right behind this camera, is the TV. Yeah, I could go over there, watch something, but let's bring that something over to me so I can still bike, can still do something. That's what it's going to be about. Most people are their own worst enemy when it comes to starting. I'm not going to have time. I'm not going to be able to do this. It's so far to go, why even start? My response to you is, we all start somewhere. Find out what your barrier is, find out what's going on, and let's move forward together.